Well, welcome to Schenectady today in and around the Capital Region, and we're really happy you're joining us today. We have a great show today. We're going to be starting off right at the top with some great music, but let me tell you who's here today. We are on the set of Young Dr. Jekyll, which is a production coming out of New York City. They're teching here at the Addy, and you're going to be able to get your tickets and see it here between June 6th and 16th. But we have some of their performers here. Then we're going to be interviewing people from the Seroptimists, finding out about their garden tour. Juneteenth celebration is coming up at Central Park and Vale Park. Lisa Perezzo's here. We're going to be talking about the Green Market in Vale Park as well. And Richard Zazecki is here to talk about the Circles of Mercy Gala. We're going to be talking about the swimming at the Jewish Community Center. And Greenleaf Racing, they got their Firecracker 4 coming up. But right now, I want to introduce our wonderful guests here. And they are from Young Dr. Jekyll. This is a production out of New York City. They're teching here. And you'll be able to see it between the 8th and the 16th. And they're going to be singing, what? Open Up Your Eyes? I'm out of here. Break a leg, all right? Great. We have our guest from Seroptimists here, but if you want to hear more of that wonderful music, and we heard them practicing a little bit, what great harmony is there, so be sure to get your tickets here. And we want you to get tickets also to the Seroptimist Garden Club, or Garden Tour. Where are they going? Where are they walking?
Well, it is a self-guided tour of 8 gardens all throughout Schenectady County. We have a garden in Scotia that you really want to make sure you get to that one. We have several in Schenectady.
So they need a car, actually, to get to where they're going, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, and Donna's telling us a little bit about this, yeah.
Yes. And we also, this year, are pleased to have a garden in Central Park.
Oh, really?
With Cornell Extension, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Cornell does a lot with they have a greenhouse out there too as well.
There's a children's garden and a butterfly garden. Yeah. And also we're supporting Schenectady ARC. You can buy plants and some garden supplies from them this year, and all the proceeds will go to their organization.
Yeah, and Tanya, how long have you been involved with the Seroptimists and in the garden tour?
This is my 2nd year as a Seroptimist and my 1st year co-chairing the garden tour with Donna. Yes.
And how do you select your homes?
Well, there are 2 ways. Either at the garden tour this year, we'll have a sign-up sheet, and people can opt to be on the garden tour for next year. We'll go out and review the gardens and then discuss it with the committee to see if they would be, suitable for the tour. And then the second way that I've been doing it is we drive around and we kind of look. Yeah, and then we knock on doors and ask people if they'd be willing to participate.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're a scout.
I am. That's a nice way to put it.
So I know I've been to some of the garden tours, and I think I've been to some in the Stockade area, and they're amazing there. I know that. And these people that do their gardens, they take real pride in it, don't they? Are they going to be there to explain some of the plants or anything? I mean, is this something where the owner is there to talk, or is it someone from the Seroptimus?
The owners will be there, yes, and they are, like you said, they have great pride in their properties and their gardens, and they love to show everybody what they do and explain all their plants. We will also have Seroptimus members there who can help you with anything you need. And
maybe take a membership.
Yes, yes. We are a service organization.
I know you are, yeah.
Yes, and we...
what are some of the things that you support?
We work towards the betterment of women and girls through programs that promote education, economic help for anything they need economically.
Yeah.
Yes, empowerment. We give scholarships to community organizations, and every year we select one girl through our Live Your Dream Award, and we give her anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 for educational scholarship. And proceeds from the garden tour go towards all of our scholarships.
And I was just going to ask you the scholarships, and also you're supporting Schenectady ARC as well.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
There are tickets. You do have to buy a ticket to it. But remember that when you support these organizations, I mean, you're going to, first of all, enjoy the event.
Right.
But secondly, you're supporting our community as well.
For the first year, this year, we gave a scholarship to Things of My Very Own. We support.
Oh, yeah, Rain Bonsai.
Habitat for Humanity is another organization we work closely with
Madeline.
YWCA.
Working Group on Girls.
Yeah.
We support that program as well.
That's great. So do you have a committee that selects your beneficiaries, I guess is how you'd say it?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
To decide who to do it. But we have so many service organizations and nonprofits that need help, that doing what you do is so important to them. Without your help, a lot of them might be struggling a little bit more than they're already struggling.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's very important. So their tickets, how do they get their tickets?
They can either go on our website. We do have a PayPal option set up, so they can purchase tickets there, which are $20. They can mail a check in to either our P.O. box, or they can also send them to me.
I don't know if I have the P.O. box up there, but their P.O. box is 9303 Niskayuna.
Yes.
So I don't think I typed that in. I'm sorry. I typed everything else, and I thought I typed that in. I guess
There's
I did.
also other locations that they can purchase tickets at. So we have them available at Feldhausen's Experience and Design. We also have them at Oliver's Cafe, the Pedo Pusher, Kulak's, and Fadigan's.
Okay,
so
and those are all garden centers in a way,
yes, yes.
or people that are involved in gardens.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's important that they can at least give you advice if you decide to go with making your garden look a show place.
And if you want to do it the day of, at the very,
it's
last
$25.
minute,
It's
$25 at Central Park. You can come to our garden there and purchase your first ticket.
Good.
Yes, and you can go in any order of the gardens that you want to go.
And if they would like to join the Seroptimus, what do they do?
Well,
What's the eligibility to join the Seroptimus?
Well, any woman who age high school through any age is eligible. We're all professional business women. Some of us are still working, some of us are retired. But I think the biggest criteria would be your passion and your willingness to help women and girls to achieve more in life.
And we really need to support. We have to take care of our sisters, don't we?
That's
We
right.
do.
Yeah,
Yes.
good. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you both, Donna
Yes.
and Tanya. It's so glad that you're here today to tell us about the Seroptimus and what you do. First of all, we want to get that message out and to tell people to get their tickets to the garden tour. And I mean, what's better than seeing those flowers blooming, right?
That's right,
Yeah,
yes.
thanks.
Good.
Hope you can
Maybe
join us.
an onion blooming would
Yes.
be too good. They're
Well, thank you
pretty
for
good,
having
too.
us.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
thank you.
such a
Yes.
pleasure to meet you. So
Thank you,
great.
Ann.
We're going to take just a quick break, and we're going to be talking about the Juneteenth. So we have a video that we can show from one of the Juneteenth celebrations. Stay tuned.
Oh, nice.
that was taken a few years back, but it was at Vale Cemetery. So you'll see some of that. We're going to be showing that throughout the show.
Okay.
First we started out Vale, and then of course you go to Central Park. But right now I'm speaking with the president, Ifabio?
Ifabayo.
Ifabayo. Okay,
yes.
good. I got it that way. And she did write it phonetically. And it's like it went right out of my head. I'm sorry.
okay.
And Jessica Hunter, I don't have any trouble there. So anyway.
No one usually does.
Yeah. Ifabayo.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay,
Yeah.
good. And she is the board president of the Hamilton Hill Arts Center. And Jessica, you grew up in the center. Is that, I mean, not literally, but figuratively.
Yes, I did. I've been at the Art Center since I was 13 years old.
And you are now secretary treasurer of the board. Who would have ever
Yes.
thought, right? What did the Hamilton Hill Arts Center do for you? And then we're going to talk about the Juneteenth, but I think this is important.
Well, I came to the Art Center when I didn't basically have another place to go. And I came, a friend brought me, and I ended up going to Umoja, which is the African dancing
the
drum
dancing.
troupe. Yeah, it's been happening for over 40 years
Yeah, I
now.
know.
And so it's a free class that welcomes everybody and anybody from the city of Schenectady. And there I found a new family and sort of a home away from home. And I learned discipline and how to move my body and training and teamwork. And it gave me a lot of the discipline I needed to move forward in life.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So then you came back and supported it, and now you're part of the leadership. How exciting.
Yeah, for about 3 years now.
Yeah, so how does this, how did the Juneteenth, I know how it comes about, you've been doing it for quite a while, but what do you have to do to get ready for this?
Well,
Did I just hear a big sigh from both of them?
Right. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it probably takes a year to get ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been doing it, this is the 18th one so
Yeah.
far, right?
Yep,
And
yep.
so we've been doing it for a long time that we sort of, have a process
18th
in
year,
place. But to get ready for it, we sort of put feelers out, talk to the park, we form a volunteer committee. We have that committee go out and get vendors, get volunteers, put together the health fair that we have. And so it's entirely volunteer run. And so we usually start getting together for it approximately 8 months to a year in advance.
I understand. Yeah, so it takes a while to get it together. So first of all, we have Vale Cemetery, and they have a portion of the, I was surprised that they had a portion of the cemetery that was reserved. Is that
Yes,
correct?
that's
I'll put
correct.
it that way. We'll put it
Well,
that way.
it's the historical portion
Yeah.
of the cemetery, and that has relevance in regards to the African American
Exactly, yeah.
society, and so and the residents here. We have a lot of firsts from the African American community, like first business owner, first doctor, so forth and so on,
Right.
that are actually buried in the cemetery. And so that gives us a way of bringing attention to that spot as well as honoring those who have passed.
I was going to say
before
you're
us.
honoring,
Yes.
because it's a remembrance.
Yes, it is.
We
It is,
we
absolutely.
talk about, we don't know if we're here, but we need to know what came before us.
Absolutely.
Because without that, we don't have a history, or you're floundering a little bit. So Friday night you start out at the cemetery, and I've been to the events,
Oh,
and they're
okay.
wonderful. They're wonderful, and
Okay.
you have a few speakers and the drumming, and it's and they serve ice cream
Oh,
afterwards.
yes, ice cream social. Yes, absolutely.
And you get quite a nice crowd there
Yes, we do.
of all races. I mean, they're there, and they're there to support you and
Participate
to
and be
learn more,
informed.
to learn more about our
Exactly.
community.
Exactly.
And then on the Saturday, you party on.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We have a wonderful time.
And I've been there too, so it's a great event.
The event actually happens from 1 o'clock to 8:30 p.m. and that is for the general public, but we actually start setting up at about 10.
No, I know.
So it's a long day for us.
I did the Kids Art Festival, and we
Oh,
started
bless
early.
you,
Yeah,
bless
It's-
you. Yeah. So we have some excellent things that are happening.
You're gonna
on the
have
main
music
stage.
there,
Yes,
music?
on the main
Yes,
stage.
on the main stage we have the Schenectady Jazz Band is performing for the
Oh,
first time.
wonderful, yeah.
We have a gospel band, and we also have the Il Funk Band
Okay.
on the main stage, and that's from
And
1
you got
p.m.
new seats there.
We do have new seats.
Aren't they great?
This beautiful beautiful. We
Isn't
saw
it nice?
They just pushed out our space in which we can perform.
And it's also great for my dancers.
Yeah.
So the Umoja African dancers are also
And they usually
performing.
have like a dance area in front of all the seats,
Yes.
so that
Yes.
if people want to get up for one of the Music Haven events, they can get up and boogie or whatever
Well,
they
right
do.
now they won't be boogieing in sand and dust because they
Yes.
have concreted that whole. It's just so lovely.
know
it's
it,
so
isn't it
beautiful.
great? Yeah.
It's really wonderful.
So I'm glad that they did that just for you.
Oh, I'd like to believe
Aren't you
so,
aren't you the
but,
first real event there, right?
I think
so.
we may
Music
be.
Haven
It's
doesn't
to
start yet,
until
yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're having music, and you mentioned health fair. So are you going to be doing a little bit with health as well?
Yeah, we usually have a health fair that's a part of the entire thing. So like, there's the main stage events, there's the pavilion events, and then there's a health fair, and we also have food and craft vendors. But we specifically target organizations that basically are for public health to come out and interact with the community.
And I think
get
we
the
showed
word
a
out.
picture of Sikkim, was it,
Yeah.
or Snap, or I forgot what it was.
So that's
What-
an integral part of
Yeah.
Juneteenth, is basically helping our community and celebrating our community at the same time.
Exactly. Now, food.
Absolutely. I mean, we have some of the best vendors come out and support us, and we have a little bit for everyone.
Because I like to
in
tell
terms of your
people when you
budget.
go, support the vendors.
Absolutely, in
Support
terms
the
of
vendor.
budget. So there are, there's a range that will allow for you, if you have a whole bunch of kids that just want hot dogs or
Yeah.
what have you, on up to Jamaican.
Oh, you are
or,
going to have Jamaican. I love Jamaican.
There's barbecue as well this
barbecue.
year.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, what would it be without barbecue?
Yes.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm told a very extensive dessert table because I'm running it.
Are you starting to bake?
I've been baking for a long time,
Right.
but we are running a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's nice. And beverages, I'm sure there'll be plenty of beverages
Absolutely.
there as well. Are there any restrictions? In other words, if they have a cute little poodle, can they bring their poodle?
Yep. The event is open to the public and free.
Okay, and it is in the park.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So they can do that, and they put the kids on the swing, so they can
Exactly.
experience, even go over to the Rose Garden and check out the Rose
Yeah,
Garden.
and there's a ton of activities for kids. We have
Yeah.
pony rides, we have a bookmobile happening, we have
Oh,
double
nice.
dutch, and we have arts
The
and
double
crafts.
dutch. Tell everybody what the double dutch is. It's not an ice cream cone.
Oh no, double dutch is a form of jump rope.
I know, it's amazing.
So
It's a
two
street.
ropes.
It's a street thing where kids
well,
learn. It kind of is
It's
there.
a rhythmic pattern in which people come into two ropes, two
I
jump
know,
ropes
it's
that
amazing.
are going
Yeah.
at the same time.
And all those childhood chants. that
Right.
you have
And
to
they jump
in.
in and jump out. And it's
Right.
like you're not falling.
And there's usually songs that accompany it that have some sort of historical
Oh,
relevance.
really?
Yeah.
I did not know
There's
that.
a whole history of jump rope and jump rope chants that get passed on. 'Cause when
So
you're-
is double dutch? I mean, when I was a kid, we just jumped rope. We didn't do the double dutch. And when I've seen it, it's like amazing. Is there a history behind it?
Yeah, there's a whole, it's like an oral tradition. So each time
I
you
had
learn
no
how to jump rope,
idea.
you're being taught the songs that go with that. And then the next generation who's being taught how to jump rope, they're being taught the songs that go with that. And there's historical relevance in terms of what's happening around those songs that they learned to
Well, is it
jump.
an African American tradition? Because I was not aware of that.
Well, I think it primarily is African American girls. And as it moved through the years, some young boys learned how to
Well,
jump.
why not?
Right,
Yeah,
why not?
I mean, if we can
But-
go over there, they can come over here, right?
Right, and then it's cross-culture into some of the songs that are currently sung, and that's what makes them kind of popular because we already know the songs, right? Because we've done them as jump rope songs.
Okay, I'm
when
going to
we were
ask you
kids.
both. Have you both double done?
No,
Yes.
I was. I didn't do
Because I was
very-
going to just get a couple of ropes
no,
out here.
No, I wasn't successful as a child. I was a tomboy, but my sister, so I spent most of my time turning.
Well, that's
Right,
got to be a
right.
skill. That's
Yeah,
got to
it
be a
is.
skill.
You
It
have
is
to have
actually.
Because
the
I would,
rhythm.
I mean, I would be like,
You
it'd
can
be not.
slow it down, speed it up, but you still have to maintain a certain rhythm and pattern.
Did
when
you double orange, which is
Yes,
backwards?
yes, backwards. Mm-hmm.
You guys, yeah, I'm just amazed. Oh my
I
goodness.
will not be doing double dutch this year.
And, you know,
So next time you're on, next year, you got to bring some video of double dutching. So
Oh, that's right. And I just wanted to have an opportunity to say that because it's a community event, we couldn't do this without the community financial sponsors who have helped us so much in the past, like Price Chopper and Stewards, and sometimes we have other sponsors like MVP, and this year the Rivers Casino.
I know, they've been very supportive.
It's Schenectady
They have been
County
very
initiative,
supportive.
yes.
And they have, by the way, they have free concerts on Saturday night, I think, or something, one of the nights. So
I'm going to have to try this
yeah,
out.
well,
Okay.
actually, when you go out, grab one of the little
Okay.
folders that tells you all the free events.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be at one of the tables. Excuse us while we chit-chat. So anyway,
Thank
I
you.
want to thank you both for being here and to
Yes.
meet you both
Yes.
and to applaud that you're carrying on along with Rachel. I'm sure Rachel's up there, keeping things going as well. For keeping such a wonderful center going for so long.
Oh,
my
thank you.
God.
Hopefully
From
for just
Cunningham
as long.
down, right?
Right.
Good.
For another 50
okay.
years.
So thank you both.
Thank
and
you
maybe
very
I'll see
much.
you there. I'm
Yes,
hoping that
I'm
I
hoping
can do
so,
that.
too.
Again, I always love to do that. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to be talking with Lisa Preza, and she's going to be talking about Vail and Green Market, so we'll find out what that's all about, too. So thank you. And we're going to see more of the Juneteenth. Okay, here we are back again, and Lisa Perezzo, she comes on the show, and she is such a cheerleader for Schenectady. Aren't you? Where's your pom-poms?
I love my city.
Where's your pom-poms?
They're internal. I have internal.
You get
pom-poms.
internal pom-poms. Okay, good. Next time you come on, I'm going to have pom-poms, I think.
Okay, all right.
And we'll cheer, right?
Oh, that's good. I'm all about it.
Now, what are you talking about today? I know you're talking about the Green Market, and you're talking about Vail.
Yeah.
And I know we just finished talking about Vail's with the Juneteenth.
Well, it just goes to show how many wonderful things happen in Schenectady, right?
Amazing.
I mean, we have young Jekyll here preparing to go to New York City, which is, and by the way, congratulations. I love your new space. This is so exciting.
It's wonderful.
This is really exciting.
Yeah, and
It's just,
we won't have this forever, but
I know, but you've arrived. I mean,
No, I know, I
this
mean, we
is-
won't
this
have the
form-
set.
Well, yeah, this all the theater now.
I know.
So we have that. We have Juneteenth, which I love. Friday night. I love the Saturday celebration, but Friday night holds so much meaning. And then we have stuff coming up at Vail Park. We have stuff coming up for the Green Market. It's just, it never
and Chris
ends.
Hunter does
you
some
know?
tours up there as well.
Yeah,
at
in Vail Park, yeah. So Vail Park, I am the chair of the Vail Park Task Force, and basically we just have worked really hard in the last 2 or 3 years to improve the park. We bought the playground equipment up front.
I
We've
love what you've done there.
Yeah, painted
you had hot dogs and things. You had a little thingy going there.
Yep. So the pavilion's painted. We've really worked very hard with a lot of community groups that come out to support. Once a month we do a cleanup. Price Chopper donated flowers. We just planted our flowers. So on June 13th we have our 3rd annual Weenie Roast.
That's what okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were talking about
Yeah,
that.
we
That's
are. Yep, the 3rd
That's at
annual
noon, isn't
Weenie
it?
Roast. Yeah, and that is organized by the task force, but specifically the Weenie Queenies, which is myself, Mona Golub, as she has named us, and Carmel Patrick from my side. But basically, it's just a chance to come down and get familiar with Vail Park.
And what day is that?
That is on Wednesday,
On
June
Wednesday?
13th, but
Okay.
very important that our rain date is Friday, June 15th.
Okay, good.
Because Jazz on Jay falls in the middle, right?
know
so
it
just
does.
another wonderful thing to come out of the office and do. So on Wednesday, June 13th, we have Mike's Hot Dogs coming in. We have, everything is donated. So it's more of a fundraiser than a fundraiser, although we do make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
But for $2, you get a Humboldt's hot dog, with Mike's Famous Meat Sauce, or however you want to top it yourself. You get a bag of chips and you get a can of soda for $2. Last year, we made over $700. I mean, everybody just comes out of
and Mike's is doing a run to get the hot dog.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everybody just comes out of the office building. There's swings there. There's picnic tables. There's a chance to walk back to the ponds if you're not familiar with the park. It's just a great way to get out of the office. It's nice, quick service, and it's a beautiful day.
Well, I have to tell you, I grew up at Vale Park. I mean, I lived on Eastern Avenue, for those who wonder. I grew up on Eastern Avenue, and at the end of Irving Street was a little gate, and we used to walk. We didn't never walk downtown using the streets. We always used Vale Cemetery. That was a second home to me. And you know, and people say, you walked in the cemetery alone. It's like, yeah, I mean, that was what we did then, right?
Yeah.
And it was always, it was a memory.
Yeah.
And I used to look, and ever since then, I have loved cemeteries, reading the tombstones, looking at the dates.
Well, Vale Cemetery has so much history.
It's so much history, and you look and you go, well, this only 6 months they lived.
Yeah.
And you wonder, well, what year was that? What happened?
Yeah.
And it's just such a way to immerse yourself in history.
Well, I grew up on Prospect Street.
Okay.
Right, so that also ends at, well, you have to go down a little bit of a hill, but that ends kind of at the back of Vale Park, in between the cemetery and the park. But, so that's Vale. Yeah. So then on to the Green Market, we have really exciting things happening there too. And one thing that I didn't include in your information is we're starting yoga on Sundays at the Green Market.
Okay.
I'm so excited. Thanks in part to our supporter, Blue Shield of Northeastern New York, we will have yoga once a month at the market. No, excuse me, every 2 weeks. This is the first one, June 17th is coming up, all right? So it'll be
So every other week, as you're saying, every other week?
Every other week. It'll be 10:30 to 11, two 30-minute sessions, 10:30 to 11, and then 11:15 to 11:45. And again, that is put on by Blue Shield of Northeastern New York. It's called Gentle Yoga. Everyone is welcome. We're going to be doing it
no matter what they're wearing.
No matter what. We're doing it on the lawn of City Hall.
Oh, nice.
Yep, it's completely and totally free. So
this
while
is
you're
an
there,
event. The Green Market, you know, if anyone wants to know, it is an event. You can eat there, you can buy there, you can explore our vendors, you can listen to music. I mean, it's an event.
It is, and so, you know, people say, oh, how do you do all that you do? Well, it's a labor of love, right?
Absolutely.
I'm so excited to chair the Green Market. It's such a wonderful, wonderful thing. It brings thousands of people downtown, thousands on a Sunday.
And you meet your neighbors and you sit and you chit chat.
There's community.
I'm saying it's an event.
Yes, it is an event. That's an excellent segue, though, to the fact that I don't think that the community fully understands that we're not completely self-supported, and that we need the support of the community to be the community gathering place. Hence, our fundraiser coming up, our summer celebration.
And that's going to be on the 28th?
Yes, Thursday, June 28th. To get tickets, I give my cell phone number out, which is 518-334-1346. 518-334-1346. It's a very moderately priced event. Tickets are $60. We'll be having light hors d'oeuvres.
Where is it being held?
It's 1166 Avon Road. Fabulous house in the GE Realty plot. Rain or shine, because this house is so lovely that they can fit a number of people in their downstairs if for some reason there's inclement weather, but I know it's going to be a gorgeous
They'll be in the garden.
Right? Yes. So we're very excited about that. It's our first time doing this particular type of event. And then, Anne, next year is our 10-year anniversary. Yeah.
I remember when you started.
Yes, in the fall for our harvest dinner.
Was it going to work? You know, you kind of like, we're going to try this and see if it works, you know, and
you know, I can't, you know, I will not take any credit for that, but you have to understand that the creation of this Green Market really was just a core group of community people.
I know, that's all it was.
A core group of community people and you know, these same people would schlep buckets of concrete to weight down tents. I mean, the physicality of the work that they did to get this market off the ground. Now, you know, we do have a part-time market manager. We do have some setup people. But really, it was built on the backs of our community residents that love this city as much as I do.
But it's also a venue for people who grow produce. And it makes us think more about our farm to table, because you know, you go to markets. I'm not saying you shouldn't shop markets. I mean, I'm not against that at all. I do it all the time. But the fact is, when you go to a green market, you know, well, it's closest to getting it to your table.
Yep, it's sustainable agriculture.
Yeah.
And that's a very important part of the market. Our market is producer only. So it means if you didn't grow it or you didn't produce it, you can't, like, people can't sell bottled water at the market. In other words, it has to be the vegetable they produce, the ready food that they produced.
So
the
it's
art
honey, they made the
produced.
honey. Or
yes,
they, yeah.
yes, yep.
Or
yep.
the candles, they made the candles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it really all does, it's all supporting local artisans and farmers, and just so important. In the meantime, it's delicious food. Like, also, you know, we have a fresh taste table where local chefs come in, they take product right from the market that day and create a recipe so that people understand. Another thing I love about the market is our EBT sales. We have the electronic benefits transfer.
I know, isn't that
Some
great?
people used to know them as food stamps. And then the state has a program that helps defray the little bit of additional cost. So for every $5 in EBT, they get a $2 coupon from the state. That helps stretch their money. And it's just, I don't know, it's nothing but good news.
Pom-poms.
Yeah,
You
well,
need pom-poms.
how can you not?
I know.
It's
Well, I'm with you.
easy.
I'm with you. You know that.
It's easy. It never
Yeah.
stops. There's just so many wonderful things happening.
So
in the
you
city.
know what you can do. You can support the green market by going to it. You can support the green market by getting a ticket and enjoying going to 1166 Avon. What nice party. And then, of course, the Vale Cemetery. And check the newspapers and go to some of the events there. And just walk there, but go to the Weenie Roast, only $2.
Can
What
I
a
recap
bargain.
the dates? Do we have time?
Sure, go real
okay.
quick.
Weenie Roast, June 13th, Range 8, June 15th. We have our first gentle yoga at the Schenectady Green Market on the City Hall lawn on June 17th, 10:30 to 11, 11:15 to 11:45, and then Thursday, June 28th, our summer celebration to support the Green Market.
There you go. We're going to take a quick break, and you're going to see a little bit more of Juneteenth. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about Circles of Mercy, and they do a lot for the community, including the VITA program. So stay tuned.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Yes, sir. All right, I'm coming through loud and clear. Yes, sir. Okay, I'm not used to the technology around my head, but I'll try to work with it. Okay. Now I know I got to stand back from this. But first of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to the African American Burial Ground Restoration Project. And we are here in celebration tonight for some significant...
And here we are back again. And Richard Zizeki comes on frequently, I think. Well, maybe not that frequently, but you come on because you're talking about the VITA program, the tax program. You come on and talk about Circles of Mercy and all the wonderful things that they do for the community. And so what's up?
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, you're doing a gala?
Yes, we're doing a gala on June 13th.
Okay.
And we're honoring Sister
There
Penny
it is.
Lynch.
Yeah.
Sister's been in the community over 50 years, and she spent all that time in education.
Oh, really? What
Yes.
school? Or
There was a bunch of schools, but
Oh.
currently she is retiring from being the principal of Blessed Sacrament School in Albany.
oh, okay.
So we've decided to honor
Giving
her.
her a shout out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out, and decided to honor her at our gala, which will be on June 13th. And we're hoping that many people in the community will come out and not only support Sister, but also support Circles of Mercy.
And why do they want to support Circles of
Well,
Mercy?
yeah.
Isn't that a great question for you?
Yes, it is. What a lovely segue. Circles' mission, as you know, is same thing in terms of length of service as your show. Both started in 1997, 20 years.
I know.
I've been director at Circles for the last 12. And what we try to do is bring out to the community the same history and traditions that the Sisters of Mercy have done all these years. They have been in the Albany area and the diocese for over 155 years, so we try to bring that mercy charism.
Where did the Sisters of Mercy start?
It started with Catherine McCauley. Catherine McCauley.
So it's Irish?
Yes.
Irish, okay.
She was the founder of the Sisters of Mercy, Dublin, Ireland. She established the first House of Mercy in the early 1800s. And then some of the sisters from Dublin, Ireland originally came over and came to Pittsburgh. Is where they came to help out with the wounded from the Civil War. And then there was Frances Ward, who came over to New Hampshire, and then there was another couple of sisters that went to New York. And then in September of 1863, several sisters came up the day boat from New York to Rensselaer, which was then known as Greenbush, and that's where they settled.
Oh, okay.
So since 1863,
They've been of service to the community.
To the community and to the diocese.
And we're the beneficiaries.
That's it, long-term relationship. The sisters, as you know, take vows of poverty, chastity, obedience, and they do a fourth vow of service. So that's where their works of mercy come in. What they try to do through the works of mercy is to provide services to the poor, the sick, and the uneducated.
You do the layettes too, don't you?
Yeah, we do baby layettes. We have, you mentioned our free tax program. We're part of the VITA services.
There's the layette, yeah, there's some of the things that they do.
The tax program, we do resume preparation, we do computer training. We have our thrift store. So we're able to, if clients come in and register, they're allowed to come in every 30 days for clothing grants.
Oh, nice.
Moms can come in to get the layette sets initially when the baby's born. Then they can come in monthly for diapers and wipes, baby
oh my
clothing.
Goodness, that's a lot.
So a lot of people don't realize that food stamps, you can't use the food stamps to buy any kind of personal care products or diapers or wipes. So,
and really, it is for food, so, and we can understand that.
Right, and it's a big expense when you're thinking about trying to get a mom back into the workforce. You're going to need diapers and wipes when you have the baby in daycare or somebody babysitting.
Exactly.
So it's an added expense that we try to help with.
And I also understood that even the food program is they only give you enough for about 17 days. I did not realize
Yes,
that. I thought that you got a month's supply of food. They said no.
No, it's.
So that cuts on it too,
Yes,
is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So what we try to do is supplement those things. We don't provide everything. We're just a small nonprofit organization.
You only do what you can do.
Right.
And unless they come to all of these events and support it.
That's how we support those services and the programs, is by doing the fundraisers. We have a very generous group of donors to help support us. I'm the only full-time person, so I'm the grant writer. I coordinate the fundraising events. I get
tag you're it.
That's it. I get the donations in. So, but none of that happens without the support of volunteers.
Yeah.
So besides the support that Sister Penny has provided us at Circles through hosting our Irish Night fundraising
Yeah, I
event,
know you do a great job with that.
we have over 100 volunteers that help us. And one of those groups that we're honoring at the gala is the Southern Rensselaer County Rotary Club.
Oh, nice.
They
Well,
have-
Rotary does so much.
Oh, they have just been great partners
Yeah.
and have helped us with all of our programs. They've adopted a couple of families at Christmas time. All during the summer, they're collecting back to school supplies so that we can get them to the kids
And
for
that shows
September.
some of the
Yep.
yeah.
The other thing that they do is they help us at Easter time putting together Easter baskets. So it's just a great partnership, and we also, besides honoring Sister Penny, we want to acknowledge that relationship that we have with the Rotary.
Well, and I think we should acknowledge all the sponsors that you get to come to support some of these events as well. And if you have a raffle or anything like that, those are people that have given and tried to, the silent auctions and all those things are very helpful. We want to remind people, when is it and how would they get their tickets?
Okay. The Taste of Mercy Gala is going to take place on Wednesday, June 13th, 5:30 to 7:30. Our host is Touche Catering, Ed and Eddie Shea. It's being held at the Shaker Ridge Country Club. out by the airport. And the tickets are $60 a person.
That's pretty nominal when
Yeah.
you come to think for a
And
lot
it's
of these.
Yeah, it's a beautiful buffet and hors d'oeuvres and little adult beverage for a little
okay,
while.
a little
so,
entertainment maybe?
Yeah, a little entertainment. And
And you
it's-
get to meet Richard.
It's a great cause. Great cause.
You're going
And
to be there, right?
I'll be there. We'll be there to also thank Penny Lynch for her years of
Good,
service.
good, and get to meet her. So, thank you so much, Richard.
Pleasure.
It's always a
It's
pleasure
always
to
nice
see
to
you.
be here.
I'll see you for tax season maybe, or,
I hope so.
or if not
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about the swim program over at the Schenectady JCC. They do a lot of good too, so stay tuned.
Thank you, Ann,
Good.
very much.
Great.
Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Moses Viney. All right. I'm a runaway slave from Maryland. I came here and began to work for Eliphalet Knott from Union College, who's the president at that time of the school. And when Knott died, he left me $1,000 in a carriage. And I went out and got...
Okay, a little more of Vale Cemetery, and with me I have Josh Wagner, and this is the first time you've been on the show.
Yeah.
And you're
Good to
with
be
the
here.
Sports and Wellness over at Schenectady Jewish Community
Right,
Center.
I'm the Sports and Wellness Director.
And
Yep.
what a great fitness center they have over there
Thank
as
you,
well.
yeah.
And you have the swim program.
Yes, we have our outdoor pool. In addition to our indoor pool
Right.
that we run all year round, we have our beautiful outdoor pool and tennis club.
They have a beautiful facility there.
Right,
You
and
really do.
And it's our 30th anniversary this year, so we're very excited about it.
Congratulations.
Thank
yeah.
you.
And speaking of swimming, I just read that somebody is going to swim the Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
5,500 miles or something. Can you imagine that?
That's a lot of laps in our
I
outdoor
would
pool
think
and tennis
so.
club.
They're going to be doing it across the entire ocean. I can't even imagine doing that. But they probably started at a place like yours.
Sure, sure.
Because you got to start some way.
That's right. We run a tremendous swim lesson program for young children, and we have again our membership at the Schenectady JCC Outdoor Pool and Tennis Club.
Can they get a membership just for swimming, or do they?
Sure,
I mean,
yes.
how do your memberships run?
So we have 3 different types of memberships. We have indoor only membership.
Mm-hmm.
We have an outdoor only membership. A lot of community members use our facility just for
Great,
the outdoor
great, yeah.
pool from Memorial Day
Does
to
that
Labor
include
Day.
the tennis courts too?
Yes, includes
Okay.
tennis courts. And also, if you become an outdoor member for the entire summer, you get access of the indoor facility
Okay.
for June,
they
July,
can just come in
August,
and talk to you.
and September as well.
Yeah, because we're going to stretch that season.
Right.
Good. Yes, from here to God's ears.
Yes.
So I have some nice weather now
Yeah,
for a
a
while.
little tough this morning, but we'll get some good weather.
Yeah, no, actually the weather hasn't been too bad, but I just heard that the coldest day today was 39 degrees, and that was in 1990. So it could get cold. You never know, right? So you have when they go to the outdoor or indoor, do you have lifeguards, or how does that work?
Sure. Sure, we have a tremendous staff led by Pablo Oliveras.
He's been on the show,
Right,
yeah.
our aquatics director,
Yeah.
and we get a large staff, especially in the summer. We run about 35 lifeguards during the summer.
Oh, wow.
Yep, a lot of high school and college
Because they get
college
certified.
kids.
They get certified.
Right.
Great
and-
way to get a little summer
Right,
job.
and what's
And
important
get a tan, I guess.
but what's important to know that we're many local areas have lifeguards, but we require our swim instructors to get WSI certified.
Okay, so
water,
you have-
water
yeah.
instructor and safety certified to do those swim lessons.
And it's important that they learn properly.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's why we require
Yeah.
the WSI certification.
So you have, so they learn to swim, which is good. Do you have anything else with the aquatics? I mean, what about maybe people in the seniors that want to do some exercises? Do you have that? as
Sure. At
well?
our indoor facility, we have a great aqua exercise program that we run every day. 9 o'clock in the morning, they can
Okay.
come in and they can take that class, even if they're
It's
not a
an
member.
it's an easy exercise because you have that water resistance. And
Right.
It's a little bit more gentle.
Yep, great on the joints.
Yeah.
And so we run that all year round at our indoor facility. And you don't have to be a member of the indoor facility. You can come in and purchase a single class or even
Oh, that's a good
10
idea, yeah.
10-pack of
And you're part of the
classes.
Silver Sneakers program
Yes,
as
we
well.
are part of the Silver Sneakers
So you can,
program.
if you're eligible for the Silver Sneakers, get your membership here because it's a beautiful facility.
Right.
That you
So
have.
we have our fitness center. We have all the aquatics classes are free. All our group exercise classes are free. Terry Santora, who I know has been on the show.
Yeah. Where
she's
they get me to try and do these things on the ball and everything else.
Right,
It was fun.
she's our fitness director.
Yeah.
She does a tremendous job. So we have a great facility, and I
Yeah.
encourage people to come over.
And how long have you been there?
I've been there for 6 years as
6
sports
years,
and
and
wellness
this is the
director.
first time you've been on the show.
Yeah.
Well, don't be a stranger. Please come on more often because I do like to support and promote. I guess I want to say is promote the organizations that are trying to make us feel fit. Not only that, but they're giving to the community. And I love your film series. There's so many things that you do there.
So many things to do with the
Yeah.
Schenectady JCC,
Yeah.
our adult program run by Judy Ben-Ami.
Yeah, oh,
she
she's-
does it.
she's
she
been
does-
on the show, yeah.
She does a tremendous job. Just one thing to plug about the Outdoor Pool and Tennis Club, we do run a great summer fest every year where we welcome the community for a
Really?
free and open to the public.
When is your summer fest?
June 24th. It's on a Sunday
Oh,
between
okay.
12:30 and 3:30. The community can come
Say
up.
the times again, excuse me, while
Yep.
I write.
June 24th between 12:30 and 3:30.
Okay.
They can come to the Outdoor Pool and Tennis Club, and they can try out our facility. And
Okay.
even that day, the community is welcome to come to inside to check the facility out
Tour,
all
so you
day.
can do a tour.
Tour or even take some classes.
Okay.
Or try our fitness center out from 7 in the morning till 6 at night on June 24th.
Now, you also have, one of the other things I think you do, you have a lunch program. Don't you, senior lunch program?
Yes, we do a senior lunch program.
us about that.
That's run through Catholic Charities.
Okay.
So if you have any questions, please give us a call
Yeah,
over.
but I know that you do have a location there.
Right,
That you do
yeah,
that.
yep.
So, this is a community, it is a community.
Right.
And whoever you are, you don't have to be Jewish. You can,
No.
anybody can, I mean, it's open to the public.
Open to the public.
So just enjoy, just like the YWCA, you don't have to, I mean, anybody can join that. So it works the same way.
Yeah, so I encourage people to come over, maybe even give me a call at the JCC 518-377-8803, and I'm at extension 255. Give me a call, schedule a tour with me. I give a lot of
You'll
tours.
be amazed. They got classrooms. I mean, they got everything there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how big our facility is.
You have daycare too.
We have
I
child
mean, it's
care.
everything.
A lot of people really don't realize how big our facility is
Yeah.
because we're at the bottom of a hill off of Balltown
It looks
Road.
like a little thing there, but no, it's big.
No.
I know. I've been in there.
Right, we sit on 25 acres. Our outside facility is wonderful as well. And, we're getting into the camp season. So I encourage you parents who are looking for something to do with your kids. We have a terrific summer camp program that's opening up June
Yeah,
25th.
I
right
think they
after,
were talking about that,
right
but this is
after
really,
school ends.
I'm glad you reminded me to at least mention that. We want to thank the Ludwigs and the Golubs for supporting.
Right, right. Without the actual name of, the official name of our pool and tennis club is the William and Estelle Pool and Tennis Club. Okay, and without the Ludwigs and the Golubs,
Yeah.
it would be difficult. It would be
Exactly.
a challenge.
I just wanted to give them a shout
Right,
out.
of
Right?
course.
Is that okay?
Yes,
okay,
of
good.
course.
We're gonna thank you so much for
Thanks
being
for
here.
having
Please
me.
come again
Yeah,
sometime.
looking forward to it.
We're going to take another quick break, and when we do, we're going to be talking about the Firecracker 4, and we're going to be running. So stay tuned.
Tell you something. After I died, okay, everybody forgot me. Because you got to remember where you are and why you're here. This place used to be called the Old Colored Plot. If you look from that tree to these trees over here, this was called the Old Colored Plot. Because according to the history at that time, the races were not allowed to be buried together. So when they threw me and my wife and everybody over in here, okay, what they did was they didn't put down markers for some of us. And all of a sudden it just turned into a weed zone.
And that's part of the Juneteenth, and he is in character, actually, in costume, I guess you'd say. But this person sitting next to me is not in costume, although he is wearing his green leaf racing. Did you see? I typed it in poor. Ed emails
see
me and he
that.
says, you got green leave. I said, that must have been my spell check changed it.
Well, you shouldn't put green sleeves.
Green sleeve. Wait, I wouldn't have meant so bad. So anyway, but Greenleaf Racing, it's a road racing, but we're talking this kind of racing,
Right,
not
so-
this kind of racing.
Right. So Greenleaf Racing is actually a
And
full-service event
you're a runner,
management
I know that.
company, but
Yeah.
we're talking about the Firecracker 4-miler is one of
Right.
the events that we put on up in Saratoga Springs.
And you've been doing this a while.
Been doing this a while.
I was surprised when I saw the photographs and saw what big crowds you get, and that's in
Yeah.
Saratoga, yeah.
It's actually the largest 4th of July road race in New York State and one of the largest in the
Is it
country.
really?
It is.
Why did
for
I
the
not
4th of
know
July.
about this? It's like
I don't
just,
know. Well, you know about it now.
I know about it now, so we're going to talk about it. How does somebody get to run?
Go to firecracker4.com and sign up. It's that
Okay.
easy. But we've got a whole day of stuff up there.
Tell us about
the
it.
Firecracker 4-miler. It's a 4-mile race that starts in front of the city center on Broadway.
Okay,
So
it's
you
a
get
race,
to run right
so
down Broadway.
you're going to
Yes.
be tagged?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There's chip timed and
Okay.
it's a 4-mile race that goes kind of through some of the better parts of Saratoga
Okay,
Springs.
that's a
and
beautiful, yeah.
It's a great city.
You're going to
You get a
slow
little bit of
down
a hill
though
at the
because you're going to be
end.
looking at those houses as you run.
Right. It goes down around Circular, up Caroline Street, Excelsior Springs, and then comes back up the hill there and finishes on the other
They
side
stop
of the
and
city
get a little
center.
bit of that water at the springs?
There is some water out on the course,
But
of
it won't be
course.
the water from
It
the
won't be
springs.
Saratoga Springs water. But it's a full day of activity. So the 4-miler kind of kicks off the day's celebrations. Then we have a kids run that's put on by the Saratoga Children's Museum.
And look at this. Is this really a picture from that?
That is.
Oh my gosh.
I think 2 years ago.
I don't know, but this is like,
Yeah.
I saw the picture and I'm
It's
going,
a lot of people.
oh my God.
It's a good thing we've got 50 feet of roadway to work with.
Yeah,
there.
you do. It's a
know,
wide
nice
road.
and wide.
So you say a lot of activities. Looks like you've got music.
We've got music. We've got over 20 bands out on the course, so music to keep you going the whole day.
So the bands are along the course?
Bands are along the course, and then there's a
Okay.
band at the finish line.
Okay.
And then we've got the kids run that starts at 10:55.
Okay.
And then the parade starts at 11. And then there's a barbecue festival. There's other bands in the park. There's fireworks.
This is amazing. So,
So
this
it's
is
a whole day
4th
of activity.
July
Yeah, it's 4th of
celebration.
July
You've made it a
celebration.
celebration.
Absolutely.
Fireworks?
Fireworks in the evening.
You know you got to have
You
fireworks.
know, it's part of the All-American celebration there,
Yeah.
downtown Saratoga Springs.
Now, do people have to sign up for this, or is there a charge, or I mean, or
Yeah,
to
so
get-
for the race, you know, you want to sign up online, and right now I think it's $30 online, but you get a lot of good stuff. We got a great T-shirt this year. We've got some other goodies. We've partnered with Farmers Hardware in DeCrescini and Gaffney's and Saratoga Eagle, and they're going to be providing some post-race festivities
Oh, great.
at their places, and so it's
Is
a
there
great
is
day
this
of fun.
is any of the funding going as a benefit for anything? or-
Absolutely. So
Okay.
the event was actually started to support the local high school booster clubs for the track and cross country
Oh, nice
programs.
for sports. We're just still
That
doing.
was
This
yes.
is good. This
and
is
then
great.
since then it's expanded to include some of the veterans groups,
Oh, nice.
the Veterans Business Council. We're supporting the Saratoga County Veterans Agency as
And
well
they
this
certainly
year.
need support.
They
yeah.
definitely need support,
Yeah.
and several other groups. We have a lot of groups that
Yeah.
we're supporting.
So
through
so
the
when
event.
you sign up, it's not just one thing. I mean, it goes for it's being.
It goes for a
filtered
lot
out
of
for
different
other
for a
people,
lot of
yeah.
different organizations.
You're pretty active, I know, in the racing community, and we've talked about the Freihofers, and we've talked about the challenge, and many things. And one thing I love about this man, he always says, "You can do anything for 1 minute."
You can do anything for a minute,
That's what he says.
and it's not
time.
really a hill if you can see the top. I like to say that one too.
I'll tell the people that climb Everest.
But that one, I think that one counts
That one does count.
for sure.
So, do you? What age groups do you see come to these events?
All age groups. You know, we've had kids as young as 8 and 9, 10
Okay,
years
because you
old.
said you have a kids run.
Run, well,
So
right?
when
So
you
the
talk
kids
about a
runs for
kids
the
run,
little kids.
What ages
It's
is that?
a half a mile. That one, you know, we get 4 or 5 year olds out
Oh,
there
really?
running
Okay.
a half a mile.
Parents get them
And
started
that one actually
early.
starts up in the same start line as the big race, and then runs down into the Congress
Nice.
Park there.
Okay, but it's not 4 miles.
And that's 4 miles. It's a half a mile.
Okay, well that's even a lot for
And
a
then we've
kid.
had kids, you know, 8, 9, 10 years old that will run the whole 4
They'll run
miles.
4 miles.
Or, you know, some of the other races we do, the 5Ks. And we've had runners in their 80s, mid 80s, that come out, upper 80s,
Wow.
even 90 years old that'll come out and
Good
do
for
these
them.
events.
What
So
is-
it really is for everybody.
What is nice is that you've just come off the Freihofers Run for Women. They're in the mood to run.
Right.
So they're going to join you, I would imagine.
I would hope so. I would
Yeah.
hope so. Because that's the thing that we want to see. We want to see people embrace the lifestyle, you know, and it's not just maybe do one race a year, but do several events.
Yeah,
maybe
and
just
keep it up.
do other things as well. Just get fit and kind of enjoy
I have
the
to
summer.
I have to share with you that my friend in China, which I've talked to you about,
Mm-hmm.
is doing 100 marathons in 100 consecutive days.
God bless them.
Can you even imagine that? When I got that email and I saw the thing, and it was on the front page of the paper in Yunnan province there, and he's gonna do it in one province, but they've got 100 marathons in 100
days.
I can't.
I think that's great.
I
And, you
can't
know, I
even
think it's one of those
imagine.
things where once you're in that kind of shape and you're used to running
Yeah.
20-something miles a day and your body will adapt to that, there's really kind of no limit to what we can
you
do.
want to get a ticket to Yunnan? You can join them.
I'm not in that kind of shape. I would love to be able to do something
Yeah,
like
I
that
know.
at some
It was
point,
like-
really. But
yeah, and it was funny because he just came off of doing 7 marathons in 7 days on 7 continents. So I mean,
Right.
you know, people like that, they've got a different mindset. You know,
They
I'm
do.
thinking
And-
about running to the mailbox in the rain. You know,
right.
it's like it's a
and
big
you have to
thing.
be very flexible in
Yeah.
an event like that because
Yeah.
you know you really are kind of. You don't know if they're going to start these things on time or what.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
they,
yeah.
The,
They had
the
a-
7
they had a
continents, 7
private
days,
jet
they had a
to
lot
get
of
'em,
stuff
yeah.
to fly them around, and
Yeah.
there was some complications, I know. And
I would imagine.
Um,
But anyway,
but-
so we're trying to get people interested in running, and this is one way you can do it. Do you have to be fit to run in this race?
Well, it certainly helps.
Yeah.
But there's all.
Would you do this
know,
like,
all
well, I've
shapes
never
and
run before, I
sizes
think
and-
I'll do it?
I think if you've run a little bit at least, or if you think you could finish 4 miles in, you know, roughly a little over an hour,
Okay.
that would probably be where you want to be.
And
But
nobody's,
you don't have to
nobody's
run the
gonna get
whole
upset.
thing. You
I
can
was
run
gonna
and
say,
walk.
nobody's going to get upset if
You
you
know,
have
we
to
have
stop.
it. We have it sectioned out so that the faster runners are toward the front, and then it kind of goes back to the run walkers and the walkers.
Okay, well, I just stay, don't go anywhere. I'm going to tell you who's coming up next week so that then we can finish up. I have an author coming on. She's written a book about her dad's letters to the mother during the war, which is an amazing book. I've read it. It brought tears to my eyes when I read it. Final Exit Network will be on my side. Oz, the production. We're going to talk about Inner City Ministry and their summer lunch program and the Upper Union Street Strawberry Festival. And I just want to tell you that on June 19th, we're having the Schenectady Police on talk about the active shooter program. So that's going to be a very interesting segment as well. I want to applaud what you do because I think the idea of getting people fit is pretty important.
It is. It's something that's really benefited me in my life and kind of gets you through those ups and downs of life. You can always kind of run through anything. It's kind of a metaphor for life.
Well, it's interesting. I was just telling you about the swimming that I had just read that there's a man that's going to be swimming the entire Pacific Ocean, and he says it's not so much the swimming, it's the mental, because there's time. I mean, there's nothing.
Right.
So I guess running is the same thing. You have to kind of. What do you think? Do you wear headphones? You don't wear headphones?
I don't wear headphones. I know a lot of people do. They like their music while they run.
Yeah,
I've just kind of always enjoyed getting out of my head and just
Yeah.
running and enjoying being outdoors and listening to the birds. Or I've even run at night and, you know, just kind of just
don't
enjoy
trip
the
over
moon.
anything.
And
Don't trip over those rabbits that are running across the road.
No.
Great.
But-
We've been talking with Patrick Linsky, and he's been involved. Of course, he's been on the show to talk about the Freihofers Run for Women. And now this is the Firecracker 4, which is a 4th of July celebration up in Saratoga. Even if you're not running, why don't you go up and support them and have some fun with
Come
them?
on out and enjoy the day. It's really a great day of festivities for the whole family, and we've got a lot of stuff planned. It's going to be great.
Right. And you're an organizer, is that it?
I am.
You're good. Well, good. You
Yes.
do a lot, don't you?
I'm the event director for that
You're the event
yes.
director, and you do the Run for Women. I know this means
The Silks and Satins 5K a couple weeks after the Firecracker,
Oh,
and
okay.
then we've got some other stuff going on. Lake George Open Water Swims. There's a lot of activities.
You're busy. Yeah. Thanks for
great.
watching.